What's up, partner?
How's it going, man?
Oh man, it's going great, man. Feeling blessed, feeling amazing. Hey, feeling uncommon, you know.
I, I
And
love it.
it's great. It's great to be on here, man. I've been getting calls and messages and emails from all over the world. People saying, "Well, what's the next move in uncommon?" So I just want to greet everyone and say, "Hey guys, we are here. I'm Coach Clavon. I'm here with my partner, Mr. Dan Putnam. And guys, we got some great information for you. Hey guys, before we get started, do me a favor. If you are watching this broadcast via YouTube or any of our social media outlets, make sure you like the broadcast. Hey, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff, man. And again, our YouTube handle, for those of you who may not know, is at Uncommon Men Global. You can check out some of our archived episodes. Tonight's episode will be archived, and just be a part of the family, man. Be a part of the movement. I'll throw this back up there again at the end of the broadcast, uncommonmen.com, where you can get a fresh view of the vision of what we're doing, guys. And, I'm just fired up and excited. And again, I got my partner on here, Mr. Dan Putnam. Dan, how you been feeling, man? Last couple of weeks, last couple of months, you've been traveling all over the world. Came into Houston, man. We caught the last preseason football game the other day. That was pretty awesome. But why don't you give everybody an update what's been going on with you before we get into the business?
Yeah, man. Just really a lot of different work on getting everything together for Uncommon for the launch. We launched the subscription boxes on 8/8/2024. So super excited to have that underway. And really the vision is just getting clearer and clearer. Um, Working with some incredible partners that we've brought on to make this even bigger than before, and just so many new things. And as you said, been traveling all over the world. We just got back from Colombia and from Peru. Putting all this together and taking it to the world.
Awesome. Well, I tell you, man, I'm so proud of what we got going on, and here we are at episode 36, and we've been paving the way. I think everyone is familiar with the Uncommon movement. We usually talk about five dynamic principles, five pillars that this movement stands on. This great movement for men looking to win all over the world. It is a great environment, a great culture, a great home, a great support system, a great level of just accountability and big business. But I think tonight, I think what's in hand, what's called for is just where Uncommon is today and where it's going. Like, I labeled this broadcast Uncommon 2025, so people could see where we are going. And we'll always come back to the foundational principles of our movement. But guys, you guys just got to hear the evolution of Uncommon. And that's what I'm fired up and excited about as it pertains to, where we are with AI and Forex and financial empowerment and things of that nature. So Dan, I'm just going to let you kind of run with it, if you would, and just kind of give everybody a sneak peek of what they can look for with the Uncommon movement. And I'll throw some questions in there as you get started. But just over the next 90 days and leading us into the next year or two, really, where would you say Uncommon is now? What have you been cooking up, in the lab?
Yeah, great question, Clavon. And really, when I think of Uncommon and what it is exactly, it's really a roadmap for success. We've talked so many times that success is a process. That's the reason that we do this podcast. We bring on successful men, we interview them, and then we just kind of find out their mindset, what they did, how they went from, just an everyday person going to school, graduating high school, and then moving on to entrepreneurship or being big in the business world and whatever they did.
Yeah.
And again, just that leaving clue after clue after clue. And what we decided with Uncommon is to really step it up a little bit. And so I look at it this way, Clavon. I turned 50 this year. And I was joking with some friends, you see those movies sometimes when somebody, goes back to when they was a teenager. A lot of times it's like a dad swapping bodies with his son.
Right.
Those types of 17 again, or, whatever the names of the movies are, those types of things. And it's just kind of joking around and thinking, I was talking with a couple of my friends that are also, ultra successful in different areas. And the concept was, what would you do with all the knowledge that you know now if you could go back and talk to your 16-year-old self and get started at 16 with 30 years or decades of knowledge in certain areas? And, we just kind of joked about it and said, man, that would be incredible. I can't even imagine what I could do if I had all the knowledge that I have right now when I was 16 years old.
Hmm.
And my friends in different areas and different types of businesses all felt the same way.
Wow.
Some of it we would, stay in the same business that we're currently in. Others would maybe do a completely different business. And so we just kind of got together and said, you know what, we can't do that. We can't go back and talk to our 16-year-old self, but we could create something and create that roadmap for every 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old. And again, there's no age limit for success. It could be a 60-year-old that's still looking to figure out his way and make his path. It could be somebody who's 50, 40, 30. It doesn't matter. But obviously, the earlier you start, the longer time you have to create the opportunity. And so that's really what we've been focused on is literally creating a roadmap, Clayvon,
Yeah.
that we could take to a 16-year-old
Right.
and literally give them the chance of eliminating the learning curve, or at least, greatly reducing the learning curve. I've heard people say, the best thing to learn is through your own experience, but we all know that's false. I mean, false. The best way for people to learn is through other people's experience. And that's really how you condense success. So things that maybe took me 10 years to really get a grasp on, 15, 20 years to really get a grasp on, I can show somebody how to eliminate all of that and just get started with all of the information that I already know and condense something that took me 10 years. They could maybe do that in 6 to 12 months. So it really is exciting what we're doing. And just really quick, before I let you ask some questions, let me explain a little bit more. So my background, since the time I was 18 years old, I just turned 50. So again, we're talking about 32 years, has been in the network marketing space, marketing mostly nutritional products. A couple times I've got into the service business, and we're into that service business right now. But that's been my experience. And over that time, not only have I built personal organizations of hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people, had a downline organization, Clayvon, of almost 1 million people. It is the biggest one that I've created, and generated literally billions of dollars in sales, tens and tens and tens of millions of dollars in earned commissions. And over the last 20 years, I've been helping launch companies, funding companies, different things like that. And through the companies that I've helped launch and fund, we've done over 6 billion in sales, paid out billions and billions of dollars in commissions. And so what I'm getting at is I understand this network marketing industry.
Yes.
And so what I've done is basically put together an exact roadmap, an exact system. If you look at like a franchise, for an example, why is McDonald's, why is Starbucks, why are all these franchises so much more successful than just a mom and pop business?
Yeah.
It's the system.
System.
If we buy a McDonald's, there's no questions. We know exactly how to launch. We know exactly how to run operations. We know exactly what to do, and it's all already proven. So what we've been working on is creating like this micro franchise like system so somebody could get started. They know exactly what launch is. They know exactly how to onboard new people. They know exactly what the daily operations are. But then we wanted to take it further, because in network marketing, one of the downsides is if people aren't able to build a team, it's very difficult to make money. So what we wanted to do is provide a product that people can make unlimited income, even if they never built a team, because there's so much value in the product. And so that has to do with like the AI, for example. Clayvon, I saw an interview with an influencer that's literally made tens of millions of dollars. And what he said, if lottery tickets were free, how many would you take?
hmm
Think about it. How many would you take, Clavon? If you could get free lotto tickets, how many
As
would you
many
grab?
as I possibly could.
As many as you possibly could. And he talked about how a 14-second TikTok video went viral, completely changed his life. His
Wow.
following went from a few thousand to a few million. And now everything that he does gets hundreds of thousands of views, millions of views, tens of millions of views, new house, new car, new everything from a 14-second video. And it's not only one person that that's happened to, it's literally hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands. But the bottom line is, if you're not participating in social media, it's kind of like wanting to win the lottery but not having any lottery tickets. It's not going to happen. But we're not just saying, hey, count on it being a lottery. We want to create something that has a lot stronger strategy to give you a lot better chance of winning
Mm,
than winning the lottery. Does that make sense?
absolutely.
So just as an example, one thing that's pretty popular, a lot of people are a little afraid to start TikTok channels and YouTube channels and Instagram and do all of this stuff because they don't want to get in front of a camera. They don't have great ideas. They're not confident.
Right.
But what's interesting is there's what's called faceless YouTube channels, faceless TikTok, faceless social media, and they're making the same amounts of money as the
Mm,
great communicators and things like that. So what this enables you to do is completely level the playing field. And so we teach people how to use AI to create a faceless channel. And one of my favorite sayings, that one of the first corporations that I put together was called R&D Global. My dad's name is Richard. My name's Dan. So that was kind of the R&D. You also have research and development. You also have one of the things that I've done based on that success leaves clues. Another way to look at that is rob and duplicate. That's just kind of a funny way to
right.
put it. But
hmm
it's that concept is if I can look at a channel that has, tens of millions of followers, millions and millions and millions of views. It's generating hundreds of thousands of dollars per year. I can easily duplicate that with AI. I can take every single description, I can put it into the AI, rewrite that description so it's similar, but it's different. I can do the same thing with their script for their video. There's AI tools that will actually get the script of the video. We can put it in and then we can rewrite it. And then we use the same type of technology for the voiceover that they use. And now we create the video. We use, create the graphics, create everything all with AI to duplicate that video. And here's what's incredible. That entire process of doing the description, doing the script for the video, the voiceover for the video, and all is probably about a 15 to 20-minute process. But now once I have the basis of that done, I can just tweak it a little bit and put it on Instagram and a YouTube short and TikTok and Facebook. So I can put that out 4 or 5 times and it's not going to it'll probably take me another 20 minutes. So maybe 30 minutes to an hour per day. And I can have a faceless channel. And what you want to look at that as is kind of like that lottery ticket. We want to do that every single day for the next 3 to 5 years in order to really create something that has the potential to be massive. It's just kind of like social media is free to post. You should have some sort of strategy in order to take advantage of the literally billions of dollars that are being paid to people all over the world for posting the content. And it can even be something as simple. Some of the most profitable YouTube channels, Clavon, are sleep music and meditation music.
Right.
With our AI platform that we have, you can go and create unlimited variations of sleep or meditation music.
Mm,
And here's a great thing about that. Typically, that's going to be an 8 to 12-hour loop. One of the things that YouTube does is it pays you how long people are listening.
wow.
So they hit play when they go to sleep, and then basically it's going to run the entire 8 to 12 hours until it's done, or they wake up 6, 7 hours later, they hit stop. And now all of a sudden you have hours and hours and hours of playtime.
Yeah.
And again, some of these videos have up to hundreds of millions of views. They're paid on the views, but they're paid at a higher rate because of the long view time.
Yeah.
This is something that every single person can create. So that's what we've done with the AI, we also teach the techniques on how to market with the AI, whatever product or service you're marketing. So if you're marketing Uncommon, we teach you exactly how to get all this information out about Uncommon using the AI. So that's just one side of the business. The other thing, Clavon, is we've brought on a partner who's built a massive brand over the last 17 years. And this brand is apparel, watches, glasses, and it's what we're using for this Uncommon apparel and these subscription boxes with the gear. But we're also educating people and showing people, like, if they wanted to create their own brand, whether it was a clothing brand, a sunglass brand, watches, or any type of a brand, even a nutrition brand, we're having training and techniques to show people how to create their own brand. So that same
Wow.
roadmap that I've created for network marketing, we've also created for brand creation. And
Mm.
then we take it a step further. We've partnered with somebody who's done, hundreds and hundreds of millions, probably $1 billion in sales in e-commerce. They have one of the top 2 or 3 percentile of all Amazon stores in the world. And the main thing that they sell is apparel, name brand apparel, like Nike, Adidas, Reebok, New Balance, On, basically any type of shoe that you can think of. And the same thing with the gear: Jordan apparel, Nike apparel, Reebok apparel, Adidas apparel, and things like that. But here's the thing: most people don't have access to that apparel to sell it in the first place. But even if you have access, it's so competitive. There's so many other people selling the same types of things. No matter what you're selling on Amazon, there's a lot of other people selling it if it's something that people are looking for. So these guys have exact techniques of how to find what's selling, how to market it, how to advertise it so that you're going to be seen on Amazon. So the next thing that we do is we have that, again, that entire blueprint on how you can make money with Amazon and e-commerce,
Mm.
written from people that have done hundreds of millions of dollars in sales, made tens of millions of dollars in profit, so that you can get started following an exact blueprint that's successful. And in addition to that, here's where it gets interesting, Clavon.
Mm.
We also have the ability that people can participate in the profits of the stores that are already doing tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars. And so how that works is we have what we call inventory co-op shares. You help participate in the inventory, they'll do all of the work and then share the profit with you. So if you want to create your own brand, if you want to create your own Amazon store, if you want to find out how that works and you want to do all the work, you have the potential to do just as good or better than they have. And the reason I say you can do better, they've been doing this for about 20 years, but they have huge learning curves in order to figure all of this out. You're able to start right now at 16, 17, 18, 20, 30, 40, 50, eliminate all those learning curves, and they're just going to show you how to find the best products to sell and exactly how to sell them. And again, there's a lot of people on Amazon making hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars per year selling products. And here's what's interesting: one of the options is drop shipping. Drop shipping, you don't even have to inventory the product. You don't have to ship the product. You basically just follow these steps and you can become a drop shipper. And it's just anywhere in the world you can be selling on Amazon.
Yeah. Good stuff.
And we take it steps further. We're showing you how to make money with AI, make money with creating a brand, make money with e-commerce and drop shipping, make money with just passive participation. Once you're making that money, Clavon, what do you want to do with some of the money that you're making? Just you
Invest.
personally.
Uh,
Invest. You
no.
want your money to grow, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the things that I focused on, and I've said it many times on even this podcast, I was just luck of the draw. I was looking through the course book, making my selections of the courses I was going to take my freshman year of college, and I saw this course, Intro to Investments. It happened to be the very first class that
Hmm.
I took. So my very first day of college, I go in, they hand out this flyer that says how to retire a millionaire. And it
Mm.
just basically had a platform going through, okay, you need to invest this much. And it was counting on 10% per year, which is not guaranteed. And then you have 47 years between the time that you're 18 and 65. So it happened to be if you invested $75 for 47 years,
Mm.
you got a 10% annual return, it would be over $1 million. And I thought, man, unbelievable. My very first day of college, I just learned how to retire a millionaire. How
Mm.
valuable is that? And it's going to cost me $75 a month. And so I literally looked around the class and I thought, man, I wonder how many of these other guys are going to do this. And I don't know if any of them did, but I'll tell you what, I did. I still have the same three mutual funds, $25 in each one. Now I'm 50. I've had those going for 32 straight years. And it's actually on course, it's above course at this time to be worth well over $1 million by the time I'm 65. But that's not only putting away $75, that's doing it for 47 years. What I wanted to create with Uncommon and what we have created with Uncommon is we're showing you how you can invest in yourself for as little as $25. We have packages from 25 to 59. The main difference on the 59 and the 25 is all of the clothes and the gear that comes with it. They all come with the AI. They all come with great information. But that's basically, but we can show people instead of investing $75 in something you have no control over at all, why not invest $25 in yourself, start your own business, especially when you have an exact roadmap, an exact blueprint to follow from people that have made tens of millions of dollars, billions of dollars in sales in different industries. But what we've added to that is showing people once you are making money, how you can continue to grow that money in different areas. Obviously, you can grow it by starting more brands. You can grow it by, expanding your drop shipping. You can grow it by those types of things. But we have a Forex system by somebody who's traded full time for almost 15 years straight. A simple system that literally takes no more than 20 minutes per day that anybody can follow. We're not trying to teach people how to trade. We already have the trading system that's been completed. You just follow the directions. And we're not talking 15 or 20 minutes a day, Clavon. We're talking 15 or 20 minutes per month.
Come on.
And this just enables you to, as you're making some income, you can invest some of it in the largest market in the world, $7 trillion a day, and start to have the potential to make that extra income off of your money and something again that's going to take you 15 to 20 minutes a month. We also have a futures program that's completely automated for you. We work with a broker out of Chicago. They do all of the trades. They just follow the system that we've created. Those are 100% optional.
Mhm.
Everything's optional. You don't have to use every tool that we have.
Right.
There's so many different ways that we've created to make money, but it's really based on um, me getting together
Hmm.
with three of my most successful friends that have created massive businesses and having the discussion if we were going to take all the information that we have and give it to our 16-year-old self, what would we do? How would we do it? And how big of an opportunity would that be? And then knowing that we can't give it to our 16-year-old self, but we can give it to your son, to your brother, to your uncle, to your cousin, to all the other people that you know, love, and care about, or give it to you so that you have a proven roadmap for success. And that's really what Uncommon is. It unfortunately is extremely uncommon in this world today to be successful. And we're not just talking about success in money, Clavon. That's not even our first pillar of Uncommon.
Right.
So our first pillar is your health. And we're not talking only physical. We're talking physical and mental. How can you be successful if you're not physically strong, healthy, again, both physically and mentally? And then the second step is what we've been spending the last however long, 20 minutes
Yep.
talking about. That second thing is financial, but not just any type of finances, not just making money that is leveraged, making money that doesn't depend on your time, so you control that very valuable asset, which is your time. And that's really what Uncommon is. It's about giving you the chance to truly be uncommon. We don't want to just struggle like everybody. Clavon, if we went anywhere, we're in Houston right now. If we went anywhere that there was a big crowd and we interviewed people and we asked them the question, are you exactly where you hoped you would be in life? Working the job that you want, with the person that you want, making the type of money, all of those types of things, healthy physically, healthy mentally. Are you exactly where you hoped you would be? What do you think people would say? Yes or no?
I think the yeses would be less than 5%, less
Okay.
than 2%.
Yeah, maybe even less than 1%.
The
I
yeses.
mean, I mean, most of the people that you talk to are somewhat struggling. Have you ever heard the saying, "Life sucks and then you die"?
Horrible.
You know what I mean? And then you have things like the number one cause of death in males 45 and under is suicide. If you're exactly where you wanted to be and things are going exactly how you thought, that's not coming into play.
No.
And you know what? I just think that with help, with better information, and actually bringing opportunity into people's life, we can impact a whole new generation and the current generation and whatever generation. Because what I've learned and what I've physically seen, and you've seen this, Clavon, you've done it yourself, and you've seen some of the other people with opportunities I've created and opportunities other people have created that completely change their entire life in 2 to 3 years, sometimes less.
Absolutely.
So there's no need to take 47 years, investing $75 a month for 47 years in order to hope to come up with $1 million. We're all about condensing timelines. We're taking that concept of leverage, that concept of personal development, mindset, and all of those, giving you an exact roadmap in many different areas, and saying you can literally completely change your life in 2 or 3 years or less. It doesn't have to take that amount of time. So that's where we're going with Uncommon. We just wanted to, we've been traveling a lot. It's been a little while since we've had a show. We want to let people know we're still going. We're not going to stop ever. That we're extremely passionate about this mission of bringing opportunity, because here's the bottom line. Without opportunity, change doesn't happen. You can't just snap your fingers and all of a sudden everything in your life changes. You're making all this money, you're doing all this stuff. Opportunity has to be present. You can create your own opportunity or you can find an opportunity. But what we're trying to do is, if you are looking for an opportunity, we're just trying to say, hey, we have something that's proven. The only reason that Uncommon exists, the only reason we have this brand, these sunglasses, the watches, the wristbands, the shirts, the socks, the hats, the hoodies, all of those things, that brand only exists to create opportunity for others. It's not like Nike. It's not like, all of these designer brands like Christian Dior, or, Gucci or things like that. Those brands exist to make the owners of those companies money.
Right.
Our brand exists to provide opportunity for everybody all over the world. That's the reason for this brand.
Hmm.
So, and the reason we sell apparel instead of just the services is we want people, we really look at this more as a uniform. And it's acted as a reminder for me many times. I don't think I've wore something that doesn't have Uncommon on it, Clavon, now for probably 8 or 9 months that we've been working on this.
Right.
Every day I wear Uncommon somewhere, something.
Yeah.
And there's many times that it has actually acted as a reminder to myself of who I am, what I'm doing, why I'm doing this. And that's what it is every time that you put that Uncommon gear on, it's a uniform. to remind you of your goal, remind you of the opportunity that you're participating in that gives you the ability to reach your goals, to live the life that you want to live. Focus on your health. If I could go back to my 16-year-old self, one of the first things that I would do would say, you know what? You need to stay focused on your health and fitness every single day. Because the best way to stay in shape is not to get too far out of shape. You know, I've been working on that now for years. I haven't got into the shape that I'm looking for. But if I would have been focused on that more from the time I was 16 to now, it's just much easier. If you never get too far out of shape, that's the best way to stay in shape.
Absolutely.
Mentally, the mindset, the things that I've learned over the last 30 years on how to think, how to manifest things in your life. You know, Claiborne, I I think I'm just at the age of maturity and responsibility. When things don't go my way, instead of just complaining and pouting and getting depressed and stuff like that, I've really been analyzing these situations. And you know what's so frustrating and empowering to me at the same time? I almost every bad thing that's happened in my life, I basically manifested that into my life because I was being guided too much by my fear, too much by my anxieties. I was focusing on that. I was worried about it. I was constantly thinking on, man, what if this doesn't work? What if this happens? What if this happens? What if this person does this? What if this person does this? And then guess what? They did it. And then you start thinking that, man, this person's an ass. This person's this. This person has no integrity. And you manifested it yourself.
Absolutely.
And so you have to understand that not only do you have the ability to manifest the good in your life, unfortunately, you not only have the ability, but you probably are manifesting most of the things that are going not as you would desire in your life. And if something hasn't happened, why would you ever worry about the worst case scenario? Why wouldn't you only focus on exactly what you want to have happen? Not worry about what could go wrong. Now, once it goes wrong, you have to deal with it. That's a fact. And just thinking positive doesn't mean that every single thing in your life is going to go well. Life is about, learning. Life's about overcoming. Life is about the struggles. It's not about struggling. It's about overcoming. But I do think that we bring so much on
Absolutely.
ourselves just by focusing too much on our fears and living too much on our, fear and anxiety based. And it's not a place to be. So I think that there's a lot of need for what we're doing. And, we're going to continue to do it. All of these Monday nights bring on more and more uncommon guests. And we've already seen, we've talked about this many times, Clavon, but we've already seen a pattern.
Of
Almost every
course.
single person that we've had on the show that's been successful is doing way more similar than non-similar. I mean, everybody's their selves. Everybody has slightly different stories and challenges and stuff like that. But all of them have pretty much done a lot of things in common.
You can see the pattern. You
Yeah.
can see the pattern.
And
You
we'd
know,
see the pattern if we're interviewing unsuccessful people. You'd see that
yep,
same pattern. Maybe even it would be more clear to the pattern of the things that they continue to do. Success is a decision.
yep,
Success is a choice, followed by a process.
yeah. I think
And
it's
you're the
really
only one
exciting.
that can decide. We can't decide for you. If it was my decision, everybody would be successful.
Of course, people got to do it one and for themselves.
Yeah.
This has been really, really good as an overview. I was sitting here taking notes because every time I hear this information, I get more excited. And, Dan, it just sounds like the uncommon movement. If you have something, an opportunity that gives you access to AI technology, where you can uh, be up to date on social media, being able to post and be able to put yourself out there in this modern day capitalistic society, with AI, be able to do business marketing with all the tools necessary to help you market, yourself. E-commerce platforms, dealing with Amazon and drop shipping, um, everything from forex systems to futures programs, where you can be able to trade and take some of your excess capital and invest it in a $7 trillion per day industry. uh, all types of investing, even investing in yourself and with the uncommon gear, as you call it, the
Yeah.
uncommon uniform, being a part of this global movement, uh, all that in a box, all that in a system, all that by just engaging for the maximum $59 per month, all that support. Um, I don't think I'd rather take this route than 4 years of college. I'd rather
Yeah.
invest $59 a month in myself and have this package of support with 4 or 5 different master gurus in these industries, these spaces of trading and marketing and network marketing. And this would be a better 4-year path. I really believe that. So I think you've made it crystal clear of where we are right now today, adding the fact that we are principled behind health, wellness, and fitness being our priority. This whole thing is about financial literacy. This whole thing is about personal growth and development. And you will have people who care about you giving you levels of accountability. And at the end of the day, we can get rich, resource wise, mentally, spiritually, and then give back to the community.
Yeah.
So it
Giving
is
back's big for us.
awesome. Yeah. Awesome system.
Yeah, yeah. One thing I didn't bring up is we're not necessarily focused on making money with cryptocurrencies, but we do have crypto training so that people understand it. They can get involved in it. They can at least be prepared
Yeah.
for the changes. I mean, you have entire countries that are now getting behind Bitcoin and things like that, bringing it on as their primary currency, meaning that they're pushing the Bitcoin and recommending that the civilians and stuff like that start to pay attention and get it even more so than their own currency, their own dollars and pesos and stuff of those countries, because so many of these countries currencies are struggling and almost becoming worthless. And so learning about these cryptocurrencies and that there are other options that you can use and are just as liquid as anything else. We're not creating our own coins. We're not getting people to buy some meme coins and stuff like that. It's just training so that you have the knowledge. But it is important, and I think we have just a full circle success system that will enable us to duplicate success, and that's what we're looking to do.
Awesome. Well, guys, tonight was really a well deserved, well needed, perfectly due update to where the juggernaut has evolved to, where the uncommon movement is right now, which you guys have to look forward to. I think next week we'll get back to having some guests, some uncommon soldiers on the line that we can interview and kind of keep with that thread. But this has been awesome, Dan. I'm excited. I'm
All right,
excited
man.
about where we are, man. So, with that being said, guys, go ahead to uncommon.com. Check us out on YouTube. Check out some of the archived episodes. Don't forget to like and share the broadcast. And listen, today we came, we saw, we conquered, and we were out of here. And we will see you guys next week.
Let's go.
Awesome.